Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm very grateful to you all for taking the time to be here today. And let me start by telling you a little bit about my own background. My name is Aditya Nugroho, a student at State University of Semarang. And the reason I'm here is to talk about home task and its value. So here's my presentation. This talk should be of particular interest of those of you who want to know about the value of home task. So I'd like to begin by drawing your attention to the definition of home task first. As I'm sure you all know, home tasks are schoolwork done at home or paperwork from the office left to be done at home, usually as part of the larger project. And the purpose of home task is to have students practice material already presented in school to reinforce their learning, or preparation assignments to introduce the material that will be presented in future lessons. Home tasks, or most people known as homework, have a lot of value that maybe some of you still didn't even know. As I mentioned earlier, home tasks didn't just to reinforce learning, facilitate mastery of specific skills, or a preparation assignment for future lessons, but the home task also teach students that learning can take place anywhere, not just in school buildings. Also, homework can improve students' study skills and attitude towards school. And as far as I'm concerned, the main issue here is most students see home task is an important task that don't need to be done and tend to put too much pressure on students. But the teachers assign homework for many different reasons, and students may not always understand their teacher goals. Simply telling students that homework is important is never going to be effective if it can convince the students. To put it another way, adults often refuse to the advice of a doctor to lose weight if they are not convinced losing weight is as important as the advice of the doctor think it is. Home tasks are meant to be positive experience, as to motivate children to learn, encourage self-discipline and their responsibility. While we're on the subject of the contrast of home tasks, I'd like to briefly mention that assignment is not used as a punishment. That's all I wanted to say about this topic for the time being. The next point I'd like to talk about is the effectiveness of home tasks. Homework can be successful direction device. In any case, the relationship between homework and accomplishment is significantly by the student's development level. It shows that shorter and most frequent assignment may be more successful than longer but fewer assignments. Assignments that include review and an arrangement are more effective than homework that centers as it were on material covered in lesson on the day of the assignment. Finally, let me remind you of the main points that we covered today. Despite the complaints of the students that underestimating homework, not only it's important, but home tasks moreover have great values, including teaching students to work independently, encourage self-discipline and responsibility, also encouraging love of learning. In the end, let me finish with a question. Do you guys still think that home task is useless? Thank you very much for being such an attentive audience. If you have any question, I would happy to answer them. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.